Did Voldemort actually care about Harry's education? Did he always wait until the end of the school year to try and kill Harry? Today, let's discuss. It's a very common question. Why does Voldemort always seem to be waiting till the end of the school year to attack Harry? Let's look at it book by book, shall we? Let's start with Philosopher's Stone. In Philosopher's Stone, Voldemort actually almost got the stone at the very start of the book when he robbed Gringotts. And his plan would have succeeded, but for a lucky chance that on Harry's birthday, Hagrid escorted him to collect his Hogwarts supplies. That's when Hagrid also collected the Philosopher's Stone on Dumbledore's orders. If not for this, Voldemort would have returned way before Harry ever got to Hogwarts. But let's move to the end of the year. Voldemort had to figure out how to get past Fluffy to get to the Philosopher's Stone. If you remember, there were so many hurdles set by different school teachers, and Hagrid was the first hurdle where he had placed Fluffy. He got the information on how to get past Fluffy by giving Hagrid a dragon's egg. This was somewhere around middle of the year. So Voldemort had been trying to figure out how to get past the challenges all throughout the year. And we don't know how many attempts he had at the stone, because every time if you would have made it to the mirror, you would just not have got it. So he might have spent multiple attempts. We only know about the last attempt that he made because Harry stopped him that time. There are plenty of reasons to assume that it was Dumbledore who had planned all this, and he did this to keep Voldemort at bay, to keep him engaged with the stone while not going out and hurting anybody else. And he knew Voldemort could not hurt Harry because Harry was protected by his mother's protection. In this book, it does seem like Voldemort went after Harry towards the end, but it took a year for Voldemort to figure out how to get past all the hurdles, and even at the end he was not able to figure out how the mirror works. It was just Harry who figured it out. But maybe this one goes to the meme. Let's give them a point. Now let's get to Chamber of Secrets. This one is fun. If you remember, this year actually Tom Riddle's effort led to the cancellation of exams. Everyone was happy except Hermione. It was not even end of the term when Harry finally saved Ginny and got rid of Tom Riddle and the diary. So I don't think this point should go to the meme. But maybe the meme says it only applies to Voldemort and not to Tom Riddle. Carrying on with that, let's move on to Prisoner of Azkaban. There's no Tom Riddle here, there's no Voldemort here. The entire story revolves around Sirius Black, Harry's godfather. If you remember, in this story, there is just Sirius Black and Peter Pettigrew who escapes at the very end. This time it was not Voldemort who was putting Harry's life at risk, it was the Dementors. And the Dementors did put Harry's life at risk multiple times. The first time was when Harry was going in Hogwarts Express to Hogwarts at the very start of the year. Second time was the first Quidditch match he had against Hufflepuff. Harry fell from his broom and almost crashed into the ground. It was just for Dumbledore who stopped his movement. In the book, it's not said what spell he used, but in the movies, it was a Lusto Memento. It was nice. And it was some wandless magic, which is rare in Harry Potter. Towards the very end, the Dementors did attack again. This time it was Sirius Black and Harry both who were in danger. And the Dementors were just about to kiss them, but then Harry time traveled, saved himself. That was pretty nice. So I don't think this point should go to the meme because there is no Voldemort involved. Moving on, Goblet of Fire. This time Harry didn't have any exams because he was participating in the Triwizard Tournament. The champions did not have any exams. The third and the last task did happen after the completion of the exams and the completion of the term, but that was more from the Ministry. Now you can say Harry was participating in the Triwizard Championship thanks to Voldemort, and it was Voldemort's plan to catch Harry and make him touch the Triwizard Cup first. And then Voldemort would use Harry's blood to get back his body. The final task of the Triwizard Tournament was scheduled after the final exams by the Ministry, but this was more so that the students can enjoy the final task without the burden of the exams. But let's say we give this point to the meme. It was that Voldemort did wait till the end of the year. Whether it was by his choice or Ministry's choice, doesn't matter. Moving on to the Order of the Phoenix. This time, for half of the year, Voldemort tried to lure Harry to the Ministry so that Harry can try and collect the prophecy by himself. By the very end, Voldemort had almost given up, but only one day before Harry's final exam, Umbridge decided to kick Hagrid out of Hogwarts. And while she was trying to get rid of Hagrid, McGonagall got out of the castle and tried to intervene. And that's where Umbridge and a bunch of other folks with her attacked McGonagall. Now McGonagall was really badly hurt. And the next day, when Harry was giving his final exams, he had the dream that Sirius has been captured by Voldemort. The first thing he thought was of reaching out to McGonagall, but McGonagall had been taken away to St. Mungo's the very same morning. All of this was what Voldemort needed to lure Harry away from Hogwarts to the Ministry. Nothing else would have worked. Imagine if McGonagall was 5 minutes late to try and save Hagrid. She would not have been attacked. That way she would have remained at Hogwarts the next day, and now either Voldemort would never have shown that memory to Harry, or would have tried to come up with some other way to lure Harry to the Ministry. Because if McGonagall would have stayed at Hogwarts, Harry could have just reached out to her and she would have confirmed that Sirius is safe. So this did happen during the last and final exam for Harry. So I think this point also goes to the meme, let's say. But it was because of Umbridge, it was not because of Voldemort. And Voldemort did not absolutely care how Harry performed in the final exam, History of Magic. So I don't think he gives much care for Harry's exams. Now let's get to Half-Blood Prince. This year also Harry didn't have any exams. The exams were postponed after it was found that Snape had killed Dumbledore. Following that incident, Dumbledore's funeral was planned. And after that, I think Harry, Hermione, and Ron, everybody left Hogwarts. So they never got the chance to complete their 6th year. Now let's get to Deathly Hallows. This year, Harry didn't even go to Hogwarts. All thanks to who? Voldemort. Such a caring person, you know. This entire year is dedicated to hunting Horcruxes and getting rid of Lord Voldemort. The final battle for Hogwarts was epic. You know, for someone who cares so much about Harry's education, he did had his interference quite a bit. Not cool, man. You're ruining this kid's education. By the way, did you know Hermione did return the following year to complete her education? Only there was no Voldemort, so J.K. Rowling probably didn't write a book about it. So did Voldemort wait till the end of the year to attack Harry? For Philosopher's Stone, maybe we can say yes. For Chamber of Secrets, absolutely no. For Prisoner of Azkaban, Voldemort is not even there. For Goblet of Fire, maybe, but it was not because of Voldemort's choice, it was because of Ministry's choice when to have the final Triwizard Tournament task. For Order of the Phoenix, it was actually during the exams, and that too all exams. For Half-Blood Prince, it was before the end of the term. Actually, there were no exams held most likely because of him. And for Deathly Hallows, Harry had to go hunting. So I guess maybe you can say 1 out of 7. In conclusion, Voldemort only waited for Harry to complete his term during the first year. And it was not Voldemort, it seems, who was waiting for Harry to complete his first year. It was Harry who was just going after Voldemort after completing his term. If you want to know what would have happened if Fudge would have believed Harry and Dumbledore, here is my take on it. Do check it out. See you in the next one. Bye.